collateral damage. In love, I've always been a mercenary, but I never leave my post when the cash runs out. I wanna make you quiver, make your backbone shiver. Hey kid, take the stage and deliver. Hey mister, the bellman says I can only recall last night's hotel I said. So he replies, and how do you manage? I dodge a blast and apologize for collateral damage.
How does it feel to stand on the very stones that ran with your parents' blood? Do you feel sad, full of rage, or does that outfit help bury your feelings, hiding your true self? You are a truly extraordinary specimen. I look forward to breaking you.
I dodge a blast and apologize for collateral damage. Hey mister, the bellman says I can only recall last night's hotel I said. So he replies.
Hey guys, Tidefly here. I hope you enjoyed all my reviews of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the ones that I did from the past. So like I said, I've been doing all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man reviews from the past. So if you haven't watched them yet, please do. Or if you haven't seen other Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, like the first, second, or the third one, watch it. They're really good. And please, for all the viewers, enjoy one of my videos. What's up, everybody? It's me. It's your boy, Towel on the Fly. And today we're gonna talk about Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Now, the reason that I love it, it's my favorite Spider-Man. But I like the story and the parts of it. But the reason I liked it, Peter Parker, as Tobey Maguire, he takes pictures at Oscorp, and then he got bit by a spider. And then he recognized his hand was a spider. He bitten by a hand right here, right over here. And then he discovered his powers for good. With great power comes great responsibility. To use it for good, not evil. And then after that, he gets his revenge on Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben's killer. But on the other hand, he draw his own costume. And the best of all, it's one of my favorite funny scenes. He's like this. That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you? I'm like, that is so darn funny. That is so darn funny. It just cranked me up. It just cranked the darn me up. I was so funny. I mean, that was so funny. But I gotta say, that was so funny. But on the other hand, I just like this part. I missed the part when I missed the part when that's my problem. But I just didn't know when he said that when the robbery just get away. When the robbery just ran away, and then he decided to move and let him get away. That's his responsibility, and that was his choice. That's what his choice was. That's what's his choice. But that was his choice, his problem. But I just don't want his problem. I just like Tobey Maguire. He did really good Spider-Man. And I like the part when he was facing the Green Goblin as Norman Osborn. And, I mean, at the parade. And he was fighting the Green Goblin. I just like Tobey Maguire, he from No Way Home, which I'm gonna review that later. And 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 Harry Osborn, which is Norman's dad, Mary Jane Watson, Uncle Ben, Aunt May, and and Stan Lee. Don't forget Stan Lee, guys. And I'm really sorry for Stan Lee, but I just really sad for him. He was a good man. He was all the cameos. Trust me, he was all on the cameos. But he got me this picture. With great power comes great responsibility. Just like Uncle Ben told Peter Parker from that. And I just want to say, Uncle Ben tells Peter, he just can't be reasoned with that. And he told him this. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Just like I show you that Stan Lee, that thing. That reminds me, like, from No Way Home. And then Tobey Maguire just said it. I was like, gosh. Anyways, back to the movie. The movie review. Anyways, I like the part that Spider-Man was fighting the Green Goblin in the fire building. The fire building was so good, and I liked how Green Goblin screamed, and that was good. And the fighting was so good, and Mary Jane, and most of all, can Spider-Man come out to play? And then he got it from No Way Home. I was like, I cannot believe it. And I'm gonna review that one. And I'm gonna review that one on No Way Home soon or next month or something. No, but for right now, I just liked it. I just like how he said those words from this movie. But for now, I love the movie. But for right now, Spider-Man and then Green Goblin caught Mary Jane and the kids from the other side. He was like this. And I was like, whoa, that is two sides. I was like, I cannot believe it. And then he let go. That was what's his choice? Save Mary Jane and suffer the little children. And I was like, and I was like, that is two guesses. I'm like, how are you gonna save them? And then he let go, and then he has no choice. What's his choice? Save Mary Jane or the children? And it was choice, and it was both. So he saved both, and it was done. And then he destroyed the Green Goblin. And after that, he was destroying the Green Goblin. Norman recognized himself. And then Peter saw him as the Green Goblin. I was like, oh my gosh. I've watched it when I was a kid. I watched it as a kid. I just loved it. And then he said this, Godspeed, Spider-Man. And then he flipped, and then he almost got killed. And then Norman killed himself. And then he said this, Peter, don't tell Harry. And he was like this. Ugh. And then I was like, OMG. I cannot believe it. And then Harry saw Spider-Man carry Norman to the couch. And then Harry said, what have you done? What have you done? And then he grabs a gun, and then Spider-Man just swing out of nowhere. And then that was it. That was it. I just couldn't believe it. I just really want to watch it again as a kid. I'm a huge fan of Tobey Maguire. I'm just saying, he did a really good job of the suit. He did a really great job. He did a really good job in the movie. He did great. So this is for my video for today. If you haven't seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the first movie, make sure you get that movie. And if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, don't watch it yet. Just watch the rest of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies at all time. So, like and subscribe, and click that notification bell, and click the description below that which Spider-Man is the good one that I like. The first Spider-Man movie character is Spider-Man, MJ, Harry Osborn, or the Green Goblin, or anything else. So this is Tyler on the Fly, and this is a scene just for you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tyler on the Fly, and today I'm going to review Spider-Man 2. Now let's talk about Spider-Man 2. It's with Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and Otto Octavius as Doc Ock. And all I gotta say about him, Otto Octavius, let's talk about him. Otto Octavius was a brilliant scientist. He was a brilliant scientist. After that, his hypnochip got broken, and his techno arms, his mind was talking to him. And I gotta say, that movie was so amazing. That so got good. And I gotta say, it got good. And it got Mary Jane in it, Harry Osborn, and on cameo, they got Norman before he died from the first movie. It was like a mirror, and I was surprised, and I was like, I couldn't believe it, but I just couldn't believe it. But my favorite part of that movie was the building fight with Doc Ock versus Spider-Man. Doc Ock was kidnapped Aunt May, and Spider-Man was trying to stop Otto Octavius, which is Doc Ock actually. But Doc Ock was trying to stop Spider-Man for good. Doc Ock and Spider-Man were fighting and fighting and fighting at the building a million times. He tried really, really, and really hard. And I gotta say, that was so cool. And then, I gotta say, that was so cool. But all of a sudden, his webs and his crawling powers are gone. And then he's won his own life back. He was Spider-Man no more. And now he's Peter Parker again. But on the other hand, he became the original Peter Parker from the first beginning. But I like the part that sing, raindrops keep falling on my head. And just like the guy who's beaten to big ball is bad, nothing seems to fence those raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just didn't miss talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way that he got things done. Sleeping on the job, those raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. That's the part that I love that. And the wheel. And that was so funny in that part. It just makes me laugh. But the best part, Otto came and he kidnapped Mary Jane Watson. And his glasses didn't see. And then he dropped them. And then he got his he's got his spider powers back for good. And then he wants his suit back from the Daily Bugle. And then I like J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah says this: I want Spider-Man! I like the part that the news says he's back. I just love that part. And I love that part, the train battle. The train battle was good. But on the other hand, I was surprised that Harry was figured out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. He unmasked Spider-Man's mask, and then Peter is Spider-Man. And Harry was surprised. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh jeez. And I'm like, oh, that was a close one. And I'm like, he didn't kill him, but he knew. But Peter tries to tell Harry, but where is she? Like, where's Mary Jane? And then but Otto wants to treat him, just like from the movie. He's making the machine. Sorry. And he's gonna use it. And then after that, for that part, Mary Jane will, the part of the movie that Mary Jane was trapped in that with Otto, Octavius, and with connected with the tritium, and she'll die with the half of New York, and he'll connect it to it, and then Otto decided to use it for evil, but Peter, as Spider-Man, tries to stop him, but it was too late. But on the other hand, I really love that part, but it just makes me feel surprised that the tritium wasn't working. And I was like, great, now what? And I was like, oh boy. And then the parts of the building just flew. It's just like special effects. Like tons and tons and special effects. And even like the wind's blowing like a fan. And even tentacle arms. They're not like, they're like real, but they're just like fake. Just like they did on the films. Like even the Spider-Man suit, just like I told you. They did this, like Sam Raimi guy. He created that suit. And I like that part that Mary Jane and Peter got married. Well, they didn't get married, but now they, that's it. That was a part of it. That just makes me feel, oh God. I was like, oh jeez. It just makes me feel like they're getting married or something. So that's it for my video of Spider-Man 2 review. If you haven't seen Spider-Man 2, make sure you watch Spider-Man, the first movie. And also, make sure you hit like and subscribe and click that bell notification and hit the description below, right here over there. And this is Towel on the Fly, and this is a scene just for you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Towel on the Fly, and today we're gonna talk about Spider-Man review. Now let's get to review. Now the review is about Spider-Man. He has the same costume, just like the original costume, but on the beginning, it was him, Peter Parker, your friendly neighborhood, but you know. But he came a long way for a boy. He was bitten by a spider at Oscorp from the first movie. But back then, he fell in love. The girl of his dreams is Mary Jane Watson, the one I told you about. But now Harry wants revenge on Peter Parker, that he killed his father, Norman Osborn, as the Green Goblin. But I was just surprised for that part, and I was getting a little confused about that. But for that, it was really good actually. But on the motorcycle part, I really love that part. I like how the fight with Harry versus Peter. And I just love that part. He says, "Listen to me, I didn't kill your father." And I just like when he says, "He was trying to kill me, he killed himself." And then Harry says, "Shut up." And I was like, okay, that was weird. And then I was like, okay. And I'm like, I didn't see that coming. But for that, it was just getting ridiculous. But for that, let's get to the symbiote. Now the symbiote is really different. The symbiote is really different. The symbiote is connecting to Peter Parker, and it connects it to the emotions with Flint Marko as the Sandman, and has nightmares, and he reads minds and controls taking his mind. And I kind of feel bad for Peter. He was so mad. And he was upset and upsetful and angry. He was like this man killed my uncle and he's still out there. And I was like, he was being really serious. He was being really serious with that. Now the symbiote connects it to the suit, and now he's connected to him. And now the black suit has the body like this, and the symbol is different. The symbol is really, really different. The symbiote is really different. And I gotta say, the symbiote is really different. The suit and the original suit are really, really different. And in the bell, he was trying to get it off. The symbiote was taking control because his emotions, his actions, and he just did this, and then he did this, that dance move, and I was like, oh my god, no. That dance move, and I was like, Jays. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, Jays. But I like Gwen Stacy as he played Jurassic World. And now he played Jurassic World Domination. If you haven't seen that, make sure you watch it in theaters. Now let's continue the review. Now let's talk about Eddie Brock. I don't like that character, Eddie Brock. He was terrible. He was terrible at Eddie Brock. He was terrible at Eddie Brock. But on the other hand, he says, "It's Brock, sir, Edward Brock Jr." And I'm like, seriously? It's Eddie Brock. It's Eddie Brock. Eddie, come on. It's just Eddie was getting my nerves. And Eddie was getting me crazy and everything. I just don't want to get in me. I don't want to be just like him. I just want to be like Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. Not the bully Maguire. He was the like right here, the black suit he was trying to get rid of. And I gotta say, the black suit was trying to get rid of it. Trying to get rid of the god black suit. And I gotta say, the black suit connects him. But I gotta say, in the ending, Harry and Peter worked together. And then they worked together to stop Sandman and Venom. Venom and Flint Marko as the Sandman tries to stop Harry Osborn and Peter Parker as Spider-Man. But I really want to say, I have to say, I love they worked together, and I really hate that part that he died. I just hate it. It just makes me feel sad. But Peter has to get revenge on Venom. But he knows the sound. He reminds me of... he reminds himself of the black suit that he was trying to get rid of the bell. And now he remembers. And now he tried fight that alien made out of black goo as the symbiote. And then he use it, and then he do it, and then he got rid of the symbiote. And then the symbiote and Peter uses web shooter and grab Eddie from the symbiote. It connects each other. And he grabbed him out. And I was like, whoa. And then the symbiote just came alive like a monster. It just came out of him like a monster. Like a hideous monster. Like a hideous monster I ever seen. And I was like, oh my. And I was like, gosh. Unbelievable. But, and then he used one of the Green Goblin balls. And then he throws it. But Eddie was trying to grab it, but it was too late. But Peter tries to get Eddie out of here. But it was too late. It exploded. Eddie was gone. And I was like, oh gee. I was like, oh my gosh. But Sandman and Spider-Man as Flint Marko and Peter talked. And then Flint Marko as Peter Parker explained about Peter's uncle. His daughter was dying. Flint Marko's daughter was dying. And then the robbery accidentally shot him. Then he forget, and then Peter forgive him. I was really sad for that part. And after that, Harry died. And then Peter narrate that part. We always have a choice. We always have a choice. The one we love, and always be the one we love to be our families. Well, he probably said that or not. Probably. Well, this is from my video for today, and I want to make sure, if you haven't seen Spider-Man 3 yet, make sure you watch the rest of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies, 1 and 2. And that's it for today. I'm Tao on the Fly. Make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell notification and the description below. And this is a scene for you.
Whatever comes our way, whatever battle we have raging inside us, we always have a choice. My friend Harry taught me that. He chose to be the best of himself. It's the choices that make us who we are, and we can always choose to do what's right.